That's right. You sent the link, hey,
Yeah, we're
for
now live, Doug.
sorry?
We're now live.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, oh,
So greeting.
I
So
better
here we go.
I better behave myself.
That's right. So welcome to no, first of all, good either morning, afternoon, or
It
evening to
it's
the
11 a.m. in the real world in New Zealand on Tuesday,
okay.
the
So
14th of April.
welcome to our it turns out it looks like there's about 35 million people watching us, which is
Yeah.
very odd, which is very odd, because only 650 grads. So, so there's a few more watching.
Well, this should be a revenue making exercise for the reunion.
That's right. So, we this is the first of here, I'm just going to press this here. Let's see if it works. There we go. Excellent. And we have a live chat. Okay, this is the first of, I hope, several meetings in which we will talk about the Mount Doug 1976 50th reunion grad that's being held on June 27th this year. All right, am I right?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we're going to these are recorded, and people can type in comments if they have any, and they can ask us questions. But this is also being recorded, and we will post this to the Facebook page, and we will post it also to the um, Gordon Head Facebook page, which has about 4,000 viewers, 4,000 members. So for those folks that don't know who we are, because we might have changed a bit, I am John Juricic. You are Doug Richardson. I'm in Victoria. You're in New Zealand.
I'm in New Zealand. It's actually a sunny day today after a wild weekend, but yeah.
That's fantastic
And,
because you had some bad weather, didn't you?
yeah, we had a cyclone drop through on Sunday.
Oh
It was
God.
short, sharp, but it was a little bit hairy for a walk. We live on a hill,
Yeah.
and we had some horrendous. We had 100 kilometer per hour wind gusts come through at one stage at the peak. Not much rain, but a little bit of damage out in the bush. We live in a conservation estate, so a lot of
Okay.
native bush
Okay.
around,
Right.
and so clearing up some trees that ended up on the road and clearing up bush and stuff. But yeah, no, a lovely warm autumn day here.
So for those that are watching, and we got a couple, they can chat with us, ask questions. But I thought we would deal with some of the. So we're both on the so-called reunion committee. I mean, everyone's on the committee, to be honest with you, so to speak. But we'll deal with some issues that folks have approached us with. Okay, and the one I find, and we can sort of alternate here. The one that I find, Doug, that comes up a lot is people going, I'm not going to know anybody. So therefore, I'm a little hesitant to get on or to come, and I'd like to sort of deal with that head on. First of all, um, we all kind of don't know everybody. It's been 50 years, and we all look a little different, and 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 everyone is welcome. Everyone's welcome. And
Yeah.
wait, do you already have a chat there? Do you have someone chatting with
No,
you?
I'm just trying to get on. I'm just being a
Oh.
technophobe. I was just trying to get on based on your link. So it
Okay.
sort of started.
Okay, very good. There's a bit of a latency.
No, sorry. I can't. Sorry. It'll pack a sad because I'm hotspotting since we still have no power and
Yes.
as a result we have no Wi-Fi. So I'm hotspotting and it
Oh
doesn't
gosh,
like trying to do both.
too many things.
Sorry, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah,
People coming.
yeah, well, this notion that people don't know, they don't know anybody, right? We are currently at 80 registered attendance. Um, Anyone is welcome, by the way. So if you, like, for example, Doug, you come into Victoria, and all of a sudden a couple of buddies of yours are or families want to come, and you'd like them to come to this party, they're more than welcome. Number one, okay. So everyone out there, you don't have to be a grad to be to come. It's supposed to be
To
a
be
good
welcome.
time. everyone's welcome. We all kind of have certainly, we're all now old adults, whether we like it or not.
Well,
And
some people are, yeah.
right. And we welcome everybody. So if you don't know anyone, come anyway. This might be the last time we have a big one like this. And so please join us. You are more than welcome. Everyone will be welcome with open arms, and we will introduce everyone to everybody. We might have name tags. Have we talked about that, Doug, about name tags? We
Yeah,
might.
we've got name tags. We've
Oh,
got name
okay.
tags. I think we did talk about the feasibility of trying to get a grad photo on the name tags, but I think logistically and cost wise, it wasn't a goer.
Yeah,
So we'll
yeah,
have
yeah.
name tags. We've got
Okay.
annuals. People will bring annuals. I think someone's trying to find a couple of spare annuals to
Right on.
for
So
the
we can
thing.
say, "Who are you?" and then look at the name.
Yeah, exactly. Carry it around like a little Bible and go, oh, what's your name? Oh, click to say, hang on, you sure that's you?
Right. Hey, Doug, what do you think? What do you think of this notion that people
Sorry?
have been? What do you think of this notion that people are tad concerned about not knowing anybody?
Yeah, I think yes and no. Uh, I think someone will be there, or a few people will be there that you do know. Um, I like you. Don't be shy. Come and enjoy, and even if you knew someone vaguely or didn't know them or knew their name, even if you knew their name, just sort of oh yeah, I've heard about you. I don't know for me if that's a good thing or not, but um, is you'll be more than welcome and catching up with potentially old friends or acquaintances, or as I said earlier, it's interesting going back is looking at some of the names that are on the Facebook membership page that I knew from junior high who went to high school with us. So even then, catching up with people who you may have known at could have known quite well in junior high, but sort of lost a little bit in high school.
Yes.
And for some high school was great. For some high school was so was okay, and
Yes.
then others who didn't really have a good experience. But irrespective, come and enjoy and talk to people and find out and share your life over the last 50 years. I think that's the important thing. Is let's share what our journey's been
Yes,
from when we
exactly.
graduated in June 1976. And we walked out the door for the
Absolutely.
last time. And there's been a lot of life experience of adventures and family and things you'd like to share with people,
Yeah,
at the
so
end of the
I
day.
just exactly. I just wanted to emphasize that more than anything, that everyone is welcome. Your friends are welcome. Your friends' relatives are welcome. I suppose the only thing that won't be welcome is your dog is not welcome. And come early because we're all going to be in bed by 8:30.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That's a definite. Yeah. People will start fading at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, right. So party hard, party hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here's another one that's come up. Um, well, and I really I'm an example of this big time. Geez, I've gained weight. I've gained weight. I have, in my case, I have no hair. And I'm embarrassed to come and have my friends see me that way. And look, we all are publicly probably say that's not the case, but there are people, many people who feel that way. And so we uh, we have no lens. We
No.
come however you want to come. You're going to be welcome.
Yeah.
And Bill is joining us in a sec, so
Oh
that's
yeah.
fantastic.
Rose colored lenses is what we
Yeah,
will be wearing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone knows we've changed. We've you know, and that's part of life. And it's the important thing I think is to be able to come, enjoy, have a laugh. And
Yeah,
it's
just a sec.
the important thing I
Hi,
think
Bill Miles. If you could just
Oh,
turn the
John.
volume off if you're listening to it elsewhere.
Hi, Bill Miles.
If you could just turn the volume off if you're listening to it else. So Bill, your volume is off. Your volume is off. Turn that on. We can't hear you, Bill. Can you turn your volume on? Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Is it on now?
Yes, it is. Perfect.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Bill. Can you turn your volume on?
Yep.
Can you turn? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay. We can't hear you, Bill. Can you turn your volume on? Yep. Can you turn? Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay. We can't hear you, Bill. Can you turn your volume on? Yep. Can you turn? So Bill, I've muted you for a moment. If you could turn off, you might have the live feed beside you. And so if you could turn that off, because we're about 10 seconds late. So if you could just turn the volume off of that feed you're listening to. So it's rebounding. So why don't you come back on now? That feed you're listening to. So we can still hear it.
Rebounding, yeah.
So why don't you come back on that feed you're listening to? So we can still hear it.
Rebounding, yeah.
So why don't you come back on?
Okay, so I'll go off and then come back.
Yes, and turn off whatever you might have beside you. Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll go off and then come back.
Yes, and turn off whatever you might have beside you. Okay, perfect.
Got it.
Thank you. I'll go off and then come back. Yes, and turn off whatever you might have beside you. So, Doug, let's get back to where we were while we iron out our technical difficulties.
we need someone who's like about 8 years old to be guiding us through.
Well, I've done a few of these, and if you and I or a participant has the live feed close to you, that you could hear what happened.
I've managed to get onto the YouTube page, but it's not coming up with any questions or comments or anything coming through. But no, I think you're right that a lot of people, I mean, we have changed and we are older, wiser. I mean, and it's a matter of coming and enjoying, have a good laugh. I mean, for me, I look at myself and I say, you know, I have a good belly laugh every day, and it's usually for something stupid that I've done, but hey, that's the way it is.
Yeah, no, so look, however you look, we don't care. We never did care. And you will be welcomed with open arms. Okay, so everyone gets to know that. And no matter what you look like now, or no matter who you are, you're all going to be friends and welcomed at the Mount Doug 1976 50th reunion. How about we go into a little bit of detail around the event itself, okay? So there is a Facebook page, geez, if you search for Mount Doug 1976 version 2, because the first version I had to eliminate, but you get to that Facebook page, and there are the links to buy tickets. The tickets are purchased online. I'll put them actually in the details of this recording when we're done. I think I've scared Bill away. He's not coming back. Sorry, Bill. Anyway, so tickets are purchased online. They're $55. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if he can come in. So they are. Let's see what happens here. I feel like this always, when it's live, it's always, you never know, you're rolling the dice.
There I am. Am I back?
Hey, you're back.
Oh, back.
Hi.
Hey, Bill. Hi.
For a minute there, I thought you were part of the Artemis crew with that.
Well, yeah, I was. I had my space background going in there.
Hey, this is great to see you.
I know this isn't Jen. This is not Jen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what you're saying.
What
now.
time is it in New Zealand right now? It must be awfully early.
It's 11:15. Tuesday morning.
Right.
So
good.
Yeah.
So, Bill, we've reviewed a couple of things, and maybe you want to jump in on these things. I'm so glad you could join us. We're hoping this will be one of several, maybe 3 of these.
Yeah.
And people can jump on and they can chat with us. But one of the issues we've heard from our folks who've bought tickets is or who are thinking about buying tickets is they're a little bit concerned they won't know anybody, or and so we've certainly emphasized here that everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome no matter what.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's an interesting thing, guys. I mean, I was looking through an old annual. I've got my annual, and just as fate would have it, for some reason, anyway, I ended up with Susie Carson's annual.
Oh, did you?
And, yeah, and Susie unfortunately passed away, right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
And my daughter and her son were friends, and when he was cleaning out her house, he said, "Well, your dad went to Mount Doug with my mom." And my daughter Kayla said, our daughter Kayla said, "Sure, yeah, he did." And he said, "Well, I don't want this as me, do you want to give it to him?" So anyway, I've got it. So anyway, make a long story short, if we're looking for an annuals, I've got a couple of them that I'll bring along for people to browse through if they haven't, if they've lost theirs or whatever, didn't want to, but it's incredible when you look through that annual, and I don't know whether you guys have done this, but there were 550 people in our grad class, and it was a very, as I mean, I was a teacher and administrator for 40 years in the school district, and I always said to the kids that were going into grade 11 and 12, I said it's going to be the fastest 2 years of your life, and it is.
Yeah.
You're in grade 11, you're trying to get your bearings, and Mount Doug was the model where it was 11 and 12, it was 2 years, so you're in 11 and you're going out in 12, and by January of your senior year, you really are thinking about, I'm out the door. So the opportunity to really engage with large numbers of people, it just wasn't there. And that was one of the reasons that the Victoria School District changed the model from the Mount Doug model, which was grade 11 and 12, senior high school, to an 8 to 12 or 9 to 12, I should say, 9 to 12.
Yeah.
Simply because you have much more connection to the school.
Yes.
And so therefore, anyway, to make a long story short, to your point, there are going to be a lot of people that we won't know or barely remember, maybe didn't engage with at all because you're in your own little group, maybe 40, 50 people maybe, but there was 500 people you probably didn't even know who they were, and so consequently, when I look through that annual, I go, don't know you. I think I remember you. I don't know you at all. And looking through the list that we have thus far, John, 80 odd, probably 80 people.
80 people, yeah.
There's a number of people there that I remember, and I would say maybe 30% of them I don't know them at all. But that's okay. That's
what. Yeah, we were emphasizing that we open arms. So based on those sort of numbers, and based on being in event management, and all of us have managed something in our lives.
Yep.
We expect 120-ish for our June 27th grad.
Yeah.
And like we emphasized, other folks are welcome. So if you're coming from out of town, or if you have a friend in a 1977 class, no, there are no rules here.
No.
But if you get rowdy and drink too much before 8 o'clock, all these old men are going to throw you out of the university club.
It's going to be a tangle of walking frames.
We're gonna create some reels, YouTube reels that'll go viral.
Yeah, you can imagine, eh? Oh my God.
Another thing we talked about just briefly before getting to some details was this notion of changing one's appearance, and I'm a perfect example of that. I'm a much heavier man. I have no hair, and that can be intimidating for some. But please don't think that way. We've all changed, and we welcome everyone, no matter what they look like.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I agree. Now I've been, connecting with staff, and
yes.
thus far, John Howe and Keith McCallion, are excited to come. They're thrilled to come. Um, you know, again, obviously, given the 50 years, and then you add on however old they were,
That's right.
there aren't a lot of them left.
Yeah.
There's probably, well, John Howe gave me a group of his numbers. They have a group of colleagues from the 1976 year, which, by the way, he said was one of the favorite years that he ever taught. I mean, it was
There you go.
and he wasn't just saying that. He said, "You know what, you guys were a great group."
Wow.
I mean, we all talked about that. They have a group that still gets together from that staff, and they talk about our year. They say it was really special. So that's
Yeah.
and he wasn't giving me a bullshit line. He was.
Yeah, yeah. He's got no reason to.
He has no reason
And
to. No,
yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So
Okay.
there's probably I can name a few of the others. There's Penny Aguillo or Penny Hooker. There's Daryl Hooker. There's Stan Gill, who is very old. Whether he can
He can
make it
go.
or not,
Yeah.
even make an appearance, but he's getting up there.
Yeah.
But Colin Campbell, Monty Fulton is still around.
Oh,
Monty,
wow.
probably well into his 80s now. I mean, they're
Yes.
like John Howe's. I figure John Howe's about 70. I figure John's probably about 77, 78.
Okay.
Probably
Okay.
would have been about. He was just fresh into out of university at that point.
Yes.
Keith McCallion is a freak of nature. I don't know how old Keith is. He's got to be well into his 80s now, and he just is bang on.
Hasn't changed.
Great. He looks great. Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
So just so folks know, there will be. You are sort of encouraging teachers to come from that year.
Yep.
So if you have any concerns or issues with those teachers, don't bring them up.
Exactly. It was all positive stuff, right?
So we were going to get into some details. Okay, let's get into a few details here, just sort of generally speaking. So Doug, I was talking to you. You were telling me sort of about pictures, annuals. We have some folks that are sort of looking after that, but that's going to be a fun thing. We're going to have pictures. Are we going to have clippings as well, do you think? Or
Well, someone's mentioned that they've got some newspaper clippings from different events during the year, mainly sporting events and stuff.
Okay.
We've asked grads to if they want to provide any photos
Yes.
of either their grad year or things pertaining to that. I know, like, there's a group that went to California on a band trip, I think in '76. We've got photos, and again, if people are in agreement, we've talked about putting up like a slideshow, a montage of photos and events of our year. Again, we've got, as everyone's concerned about these days, privacy issues, and people may not want to have their photos, up there, but it's a matter of asking. And if you've been in the photo, then it's just confirming that you're more than happy to share that with the group.
Well, if it's okay with you, I'd like to include your email in the note in the details of this
please
video.
do. Yeah.
And then
There's a couple of us, Gail and myself, I think, are collecting photos and whatnot. Even if you've got, I've reached out to John Kyle, because he was the avid photographer of our class.
Yeah.
And he says a long time ago, he's concerned that the quality of his slides and photos and stuff have deteriorated, but he was going to try and have a look and see what he's got that is usable. So hopefully he'll come through with something.
I think that's pretty much a standard and welcome activity, looking through these old annuals, as Bill mentioned, looking at pictures. So we're going to try to do our best with what we can, and we're going to put emails down below for folks that can help provide some of those pictures and memories, frankly, memories. Okay,
just one thing for me is just to remind people, if you go onto the website and register as a member of the website, is just be aware there are scam postings coming through for the sale of hoodies and T-shirts for the grad reunion that we don't have any merchandise available. So please
Yeah.
don't
On the Facebook
get
site.
sucked in. Don't
Yeah,
get sucked in and buying something that's not there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be the Facebook site.
But I guess there are guys out there that are trolling the whole thing and
Yeah,
jumping.
they're trolling all right.
Yeah.
But Doug, you're
Trolling
really
it.
good at that. You get on top of that and ban them pretty quick. So
Yeah.
the price is $55 per person, which is very reasonable. We've done a bunch of research around this, and that will include obviously entry. So you're sort of paying a big price of that. Big part of that price is the rental of the facility.
Yeah.
There's not a dinner, but there will be appetizers. And as we get closer to the date and get a sense of how many people will be there, we might also have some stuff at the end of the night, which which will be different for many people. That could be 8 o'clock for some of us. So who knows? So we're encouraging you to have a dinner beforehand, and we want to manage expectations. But we do have that beautiful facility, and we have rented the place beside the little pool there at the university
Yeah,
club.
which is so nice, lovely.
So
Yeah,
it's really
you know,
stunning.
and hopefully, I mean, you make an assumption, June 27, it's going to be one of the longest days of the year. Hopefully be a nice warm day. People will be outside on the deck by the
Right.
pool, and it'll be a
Yeah.
lovely place to kind of mingle around and,
Absolutely. You got to pay for your own liquor. Okay. So we're not
Sure.
paying for that.
No, no.
And so that's and I think, Bill, we haven't yet decided, and we might even decide it on the night. Who knows? But will there be an open mic, or are we gonna? We'll see.
Well, John, my sense is I think that maybe you and I should say something just briefly. And when I say briefly, I'm talking like 3 minutes max. Like the
Yeah.
worst thing you can do,
Mhm.
I think, would be to go on any kind of long rambling speech. But I think just a welcoming and just just an acknowledgement that we're thanks for coming, and that thank the committee and yourself, of course, for and Doug and for acknowledging the people that have put the time in to make this thing
Yes,
a
that would be
reality.
fun. Yeah.
Patty, and just name everybody that was involved, and just wish everybody well, and that just acknowledge that there are folks that are no longer with us, and
I know that's hard to believe.
that's hard to believe, but
Yeah.
I mean, 50 years, and not everybody's here, and I'm sure
Yeah.
I know that a number of those people that aren't there would probably like to be there, but unfortunately they've passed on. So just an acknowledgement maybe of that, and that's kind of it. And really enjoy it. And as you said, this may be our last kick at the can at something like this. I mean,
What do you think, Doug?
No, I know. I agree. I think it's just a short, sharp, sweet welcome to everyone.
Yeah.
And acknowledge the work that you have done, John and Bill, and the committee. And again, recognize those who have gone, and then it's a matter
I think
of
we'll gauge it. Like if someone's really compelled to say something about that year, and and they're not too inebriated yet, perhaps I mean, they might want to say something. We'll see how that goes. So that is yet undecided. Okay. And then another question that's come up quite a bit is this notion of music. What are we going to do about music? We do have a dance floor, as it turns out. We've rented it. The way UVic works out, and if you're so inclined, Bill, I think you and John Kupar
Yeah,
are.
John and I, we've started the discussions on all of that, and so we're open to suggestions as well. I mean, we're not the the open sage on that, but John's got a pretty good musical background, and I do too. So we were going to just start together, maybe put together a playlist that would just kind of run through Spotify or some. John's a member of the faculty club there, so he he'll know the ins and outs in terms of the technology, in terms of tying
Okay.
systems.
Yeah. So if there are folks inclined to dance to Led Zeppelin or the Who, or
John, or it's funny when you do a little bit of an AI chat GBT about what was popular songs in 1976. But Elton John was really big, and there's a it was just kind of the start of the disco thing, but I wasn't really into disco, but it was kind of starting at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of fun to look at all the Doobie Brothers and all that
So
sort of
I
stuff.
will, if you guys are okay with it, and you can always say no, but I can have your email addresses and the details, and then if
Yep.
some folks want to
Yeah.
reach out to you and go,
We're starting discussions around what that's going to look like.
okay. Well, that was sort of majority of what I wanted to cover. Doug, did you have anything you'd like to
No,
address?
I think we've touched let's I guess reinforce the fact of please come. Don't be shy. Come and share your life,
Share your
share your
lives.
experiences, catch up with some old friends, make some new friends,
Yes.
and go from there.
It's interesting, Doug. Like when I start to think about, okay, well, who, I've looked at the list, and I think, John, it's really important that we keep pumping that list out, as we get a little closer now, maybe every couple of 3 weeks, or even maybe the last month.
Maybe bi-monthly. Okay.
Yeah. Just so that we say, oh, we've got 5 more, and oh, it's so and so, because I can think of, like, Brent Kelly's going to go, but he hasn't bought a ticket yet.
Yes.
I was asked by Patty
Jensen.
Got together with Ingrid Blau and a couple of other people, and Ingrid was with Derry Donaldson for years, and she gave me his number in Edmonton, and but I haven't seen Derry for 20 years at least.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've got his number. I'm going to phone him up and say, hey, are you going to be there? So there are little pockets of people that if you get one, you're going to get 3 or 4, and that's where I think our numbers could go from 80 to 120 reasonably quickly. It's just people are busy and lives are busy and stuff, but there's these little pockets of people. It's like Chris Bridgman, another guy I know, and I have Chris hasn't bought a ticket yet. I'm assuming that he wants to go. I know right now he's in Mexico, but I'll reach out to him and when he gets back and say, hey, Bridgman, get your ass going here and get a ticket, right? So
that might be our parting request or comment to. By the way, Bill, there are 32 million people online. I never thought that our grad class was that big. But we do encourage folks. I mean, we were talking about this a little earlier. We're over 80 now. We're hoping to be at over 90 by the end of May. That's 6 weeks from now. I think we'll be there.
It's coming up fast.
And then these sort of things have a very much last minute sense to them.
Absolutely.
And as I indicated, the sort of circumstance like Doug's, where he might come and all of a sudden, there's 5 or 6 people that you meet beforehand. Oh, that's something I wanted to talk about. Not only is everyone welcome, you don't have to be a grad person necessarily. You could have your group of friends come with you. But the thing that I was wanting is that if there are concurrent activities or events, okay? So Doug, you might come in and you might say, well, we're going to have I'd love to go to dinner with some of my buddies, and, post it on the Facebook page. We will likely post it on a newsletter as we get closer. We're not going to be involved with organizing it. This is all we're doing is this night. But if there's a golf tournament or there's some kind, we'll help promote it.
Yeah. Just the other one too, we have talked about, I'm not sure how we're progressing with it, was being able to have a walk around the school on the Saturday.
Oh yeah,
maybe
that's a great idea.
Lunchtime to 3 p.m. or something for people who want to go and have a walk down memory lane.
Crazy. That's a crazy idea. But it's a great idea. Why don't we deal with that in maybe another show or another newsletter? And chat about
definitely.
it. I know they would let us, but there's a bit of a logistical
It would be a
details.
little bit of a logistical thing. Brent Kelly is very good friends with the principal of Mount Doug, Sean Bolding. So they're real good buddies.
Okay.
You know,
Oh,
so
there you go, Doug.
you know, and I actually the principal before Sean was somebody that I actually trained who became the principal at Mount Doug.
Oh,
Donna Thompson. She was sort of a trainee of mine. So yeah, so we have access to getting into that building if you
yeah.
know.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, we'll
now,
kind of.
at that point, of course, they will have finished the school year, right? The last day of school is June 26th.
Oh, okay.
So they will officially be done, but that doesn't mean that, we couldn't get access to the building.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. Well, we'll hammer that around
Yep.
and see, and we will most definitely update the group. We're now at 35 minutes, which means that
Yep.
half of our audience is now sleeping.
Is anybody watching? Have you got a number there, John?
Yeah, we actually have 19 people
Oh, there
watching.
you go. Well,
Yeah, so hi everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And this will be this is being recorded, and I will post this to the Facebook page
Good.
and the large Gordon Head page, which has over 4,000 people.
Yeah.
And I'll post the link, and we'll do this again as we get closer to the
Yep.
day.
I just encourage people to buy your tickets. It's super easy. I mean, it's just click, 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 done, right?
Yeah, details in, and the link will be in the details. I point down because
Yep.
that's where the details are.
Yeah.
And especially to you, Doug, from all the way over there, you don't have electricity. You're running off your phone's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, your commitment is great. This is
Yeah.
really much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good way to break up the day. So I'll head back out to the bush shortly. Go for a walk.
Excellent. Okay, gentlemen, we're going to end the stream, but maybe you could hang around on the Zoom call for a minute or two.
Sure. Sounds great. Thanks, John.